everybody, and welcome to another exciting edition of Gotmark76 this week. We have a great show lined up for you today. Our feature match main event will be Sting defending the NWA World Television Title against Terry Bam Bam Gordy. We also have Chief Wahoo McDaniel going one-on-one with the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez. Road Warrior Animal goes one-on-one with Nikita Koloff. And we start today's show with the Nasty Boys taking on the Midnight Rockers in a number one contenders match to Bad Company's AWA World Tag Team Championship. Without further ado, let's head to Las Vegas as the Nasty Boys tangle with the Midnight Rockers.
Here are your winners, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels.
It's the Clash of the Champions Texas Shootout live on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel on February 12th. The main event signed. Nature Boy Ric Flair defends the NWA World Heavyweight Championship against Barry Windham in a steel cage match. World Television Champion Sting takes on the challenge of Skyscraper Dangerous Dan Spivey. The American Dream Dusty Rhodes looks to battle Road Warrior Hawk in a Texas grudge match. If Dusty Rhodes wins, then Dusty and Nikita get a future World Tag Team Title match. And of course, the undefeated Big Van Vader takes on his toughest opponent to date as he takes on Terry Bam Bam Gordy. All this, plus the Steiner Brothers, Cactus Jack, Terry Funk, Eddie Gilbert, and much, much more. It's Clash of the Champions, Texas Shootout.
Welcome back to Gotmark76 this week. There's a lot of excitement coming out of the AWA. Just last week, they crowned a new World Heavyweight Champion as Larry Zbyszko won a 4-corner elimination match, defeating Jerry the King Lawler, Stan the Lariat Hansen, and Sergeant Slaughter. Things are heating up in the tag team division, as we saw earlier, the Nasty Boys and the Midnight Rockers going at it. And of course, Ronnie Garvin, the AWA International TV Champion, has many top contenders between Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Colonel De Beers, Manny Fernandez, and Chief Wahoo McDaniel. The following contest here on Gotmark76 this week features 2 of those 4 top contenders as Manny Fernandez goes one-on-one with Chief Wahoo McDaniel. Takes Wahoo down. These 2 men have been battling all over the country, and it was just 2 weeks ago when they were in Minneapolis, Minnesota, when Raging Bull Manny Fernandez attacked Wahoo McDaniel after a match with a steel chair, and Wahoo was missing a couple weeks of action. This is his first match back as Manny puts him up and over with a suplex. So Wahoo was instructed by his doctors not to compete tonight, but he wanted to get his hands on Manny Fernandez, and both of these competitors are the top contenders to Rugged Ronnie Garvin's AWA International TV Title. So one would have to think that this match could have implications for future title matches, as Manny Fernandez, in control, whips Wahoo into the turnbuckle and charges with a clothesline from the back. And Fernandez with a splash in the corner, and Wahoo's in trouble. He may be regretting coming back so soon after that injury, but a big clothesline takes Fernandez down. I may have spoken too soon, as Wahoo reversing and throwing Fernandez into the ropes. Has Fernandez up, and he's setting him up with a top rope, tying him to the Tree of Woe, and now stomping away on the chest of the Raging Bull. And a big knee to the chest takes Fernandez down. Wahoo extracting a bit of revenge, has a submission maneuver, locked in. Can Fernandez escape? And Fernandez does with a snapmare takeover, and now Fernandez back in control. And he's setting up Wahoo on the top rope. And Fernandez, and an arm drag off the top rope. That's 280 pounds, slamming down to the mat. Fernandez thinks it's over. Referee counts 1, 2, and the kick out at 2. Wahoo McDaniel thrown 3/4 across the ring with an arm drag off the top rope. And Manny went for the cover, but Wahoo kicked out. Now Manny staying on top with another clothesline from behind. And Wahoo McDaniel is in trouble. Meanwhile, the Raging Bull feels it. And the fans here in Vegas giving Fernandez a piece of their minds. A Greco-Roman rake of the back by the Raging Bull has fired up Wahoo, who has the leg of Fernandez and slams it down. Wahoo has regained control. And now Wahoo working the shoulder of the Raging Bull. And if I'm Ronnie Garvin, I'm allowing these guys, I want them to beat the hell out of each other. Because quite frankly, if they do that, they're going to be weaker by the time I have to defend my title. And now, the fight has made its way to the outside. Wahoo ramming Fernandez headfirst into the ring apron. Wahoo's not done yet. Picks up the Raging Bull and a big chop. Oh, and Fernandez blocks the second chop. And an elbow to the top of the head takes McDaniel down. And now the Bull, with a series of jabs, left and right hands, has Wahoo. And throws him into the ring. And what's slamming him chest first on the edge of the ring. And Fernandez is in control. Again, it was a couple of weeks ago he attacked Wahoo McDaniel with a steel chair at the end of a contest. And Wahoo coming back, maybe prematurely, as Fernandez goes for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. And there is your winner, the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez. Wahoo McDaniel will not make excuses for this loss, but one has to wonder if perhaps he came back to action too soon. Regardless, Manny Fernandez with a hard-fought victory, and he may be in line for a future AWA International TV Title match against Ronnie Garvin. And there is your winner, the Raging Bull. Fans, we have much more AWA All-Star Wrestling to come. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. Last week, we took you to WWF Superstars when Hercules Hernandez gave Bobby Heenan an ultimatum for paying him the $100,000 that was owed to him for being the last Heenan family member in the Royal Rumble. Well, things took a turn for the worse for Hercules, as we'll take you back to Wrestling Challenge and Bobby the Brain Heenan addressing Hercules Hernandez. So Bobby Heenan made his way to the ring, and he was going to address Hercules Hernandez, but before he could get a word out, Hercules made his way to the ring. And then things got very interesting.
I get it, you are a proud man. You only want what is coming to you. I'll give you what is coming to you.
And with those words, Bobby Heenan said he would give Hercules what was coming to him. But I don't think Hercules had this in mind, as he turned around and was met with a knee by Bobby the Brain Heenan in the groin. And as Bobby the Brain Heenan stood over Hercules, screaming, "You got what you deserve," the newest member of the Bobby Heenan family came to ringside, Ken Patera. And he quickly disposed of one Hercules Hernandez. Fans, I'm sure we'll have much more on this in the coming weeks in the World Wrestling Federation, but your newest Heenan family member and the winner of the Royal Rumble is Ken Patera. Welcome back to Gotmark76 this week. It has been 5 weeks since the Road Warriors and Precious Paul Ellering turned their back on the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes vowed to get revenge and getting the Road Warriors back where it hurts by trying to take those NWA World Tag Team Championships. Next week, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes faces off against Road Warrior Hawk, and if Dusty Rhodes wins that match, then Dusty Rhodes and Nikita Koloff will get a World Tag Team title match at Wrestle War in 2 weeks. However, before then, Road Warrior Animal steps into the ring with Dusty Rhodes' partner, the Russian Nightmare Nikita Koloff. We join that match in progress from NWA Pro Wrestling. And down goes Nikita, and a kick to the back by Animal, staying on top of the Russian Nightmare. As Animal dragging Nikita to the center of the ring and a knee to the back, and Nikita is in trouble. An Animal staying on top of Nikita. It was Nikita who felt he needed to come to his friend Dusty Rhodes' aid after the Road Warriors turned their back on the American Dream several weeks ago. And of course, at Clash of the Champions on February 12th, it will be Road Warrior Hawk going against the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. If Dusty Rhodes wins, then Dusty Rhodes and Nikita Koloff will get a world title opportunity at Wrestle War in late February. And a suplex up and over, and Animal has regained control. So we'll have to fight for momentum as Nikita wants to stay on top and avenge his friend's suffering. As Animal whips Nikita into the turnbuckle, charges and follows through with a clothesline. Nikita goes down. And Animal firing away with a series of right hands. And this match has mostly been Animal. Nikita bouncing back with a backdrop, trying to fight back with a kick to the side of the head. Animal staggered, and a bulldog from behind. Nikita takes Animal down. And a big clothesline by Animal takes Nikita down. Back and forth, these two powerhouses going at it here on NWA Worldwide Wrestling. And a neck breaker by Animal takes Nikita down. Nikita, the Western States Heritage Champion, and slammed down by Animal. Gorilla press slam by Animal and Nikita. Nikita is the Western States Champion as Animal goes for a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. The title not on the line this evening. And there are rumors swirling around the NWA that the title will become extinct. And Nikita out to the floor. Animal following suit. As Animal has Nikita in the front face lock. Throws him against the guardrail. And the fans here at Cobb County, and a charge, and a spear through the guardrail. And the fans here at Cobb County Arena are definitely getting a first-hand experience of the NWA action. The referee is still counting. Up to 7. Animal back into the ring. Nikita trying, and he does. He breaks the count. But the damage, and a spine buster. Goes for the cover. Referee counts 1, 2, and 3. Oh, the damage done when Animal speared Nikita through the gate at ringside. And then got Nikita back in the ring and nailed the spine buster. And your winner, Road Warrior Animal. If or when Dusty and Nikita get a world title opportunity, you can chalk up this momentum to the Road Warriors. And there's that spear through the guardrail, and that took out Nikita. It was only a matter of time. He barely made it back into the ring to beat a count out. And then he's greeted with a spine buster by Animal, and there's your winner, Road Warrior Animal. Fans, we have so much more. Stick around, don't go away. Welcome back to Gotmark76 this week. Next week, Clash of the Champions Texas Shootout takes place, and Sting is set to defend his NWA World Television title against Dangerous Dan Spivey. Terry Bam Bam Gordy is scheduled to take on Big Van Vader in what shapes up to be a battle of the power bombs. This week on Gotmark76, Sting defends the NWA World Television title against Terry Bam Bam Gordy in our main event. Will we have a new TV champion heading to Clash of the Champions? Let's go to ringside and find out.